Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you all are doing amazing. I'm having a pretty decent day. Really, I can't complain. Everything is the way it should be, I guess, as it is. I don't know. But it's a pretty good day. Let me know how your day is going. I would actually like to know. But today we're going to watch a video about other people's days, and it's about our boy Diddy. Now, I never care about it, but it's good to know this stuff because it's just entertaining, you know? It's entertaining content, and it exposes a lot of what Hollywood and what they're exposed to while being famous. So let us start this video by Moon. What a great channel name, Moon.
Since Diddy's arrest in September, many celebrities have been suspiciously quiet. Diddy was connected with almost everyone in the Hollywood elite and the music industry. Almost every celebrity had met him at some point, and many had gone even further.
That picture with our boy Justin Biebs. I don't know if you listened or heard Justin Bieber talk about the stuff that he's been through. But man, he doesn't really go into detail, but just the way that he sounds, the way if you look into older videos, he's been through some crazy shit. I can only imagine what he's been through. Honestly, it's fucked up.
Further, joining his parties, and perhaps even his crimes. In this day and age, silence is a celebrity's greatest enemy, and unfortunately many of them are learning this the hard way. Take for example LeBron James. Love him or hate him, LeBron is undeniably one of the biggest names in the NBA, holding 4 championships under his belt, being compared to Michael Jordan as the GOAT, and being declared an NBA All-Star 20 years in a row cements his mantle as the top of basketball. But unfortunately he has been involved in some rumors lately, and it all happened with a single comment. During one of Diddy's live streams 4 years ago, the NBA star made a quick appearance and declared, "Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party."
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so
Yeah, that's what's up.
At the time, no one thought much of the exchange. All it was a pair of celebrities hyping each other up, and LeBron had no idea how damning those words would be, nor
Now, it could be, let's give LeBron the benefit of the doubt for now, of course. Innocent until proven guilty. It's not guilty until proven innocent, okay? He's innocent until he's proven guilty. You know, he could have just been one of the people who's been to a party. I've been to parties. I remember going to what was it? It was a New Year's party years back. They were doing hard drugs in the bathroom at that party. Did not know. I was in my own world. I wasn't doing any drugs. I was just drinking. I was having a great time. It was a big fucking house. Okay, it was like something like 5 bedrooms, something ridiculous like that. Yep, I didn't know. I was there for hours. I've even used the bathroom. And then the only reason I knew that there were drugs going on in the bathroom is because somebody came up to me very nicely and asked if I wanted to do some, well, can I say that word on YouTube? Anyways, some hardcore stuff with them in the bathroom. And I said, no, I'm good, thank you, in the nicest way I could, because they said it so nicely, probably because they were high. But yeah, I didn't know, but at the same time, you have to think about it. Like, Diddy has been known, quote unquote, okay, this is all news, but it's until proven guilty still. But it has been said that Diddy has had underage kids at these parties for sexual whatever he wanted. Now, if you're at one of these parties, I just have to, like, common sensely, I guess. If I was at a party, let's say I got invited to a P. Diddy party, because ain't nothing like a P. Diddy party. I get invited, I'm there, I'm dancing. And then I see a kid walking by at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Will I continue to party? Probably not. Probably not. If I saw that, it doesn't have to be a P. Diddy party. If I was in the club, because I'm pretty sure that's probably how it felt. Like a club, they probably had a DJ, probably all this crazy shit. If I was at the club, and then late at night, I see some grown man or woman, whatever, walking a kid upstairs or somewhere else, don't the red flags just, aren't they on the high beams shining into your eyes? The red flags, aren't they flapping in your face? Because they would for me. And I can't imagine if you attend Diddy parties that you don't see something sketchy at least one time, or in my case, I didn't see it, but I was told about it. There's no way that you would attend these parties sooner or later, at least attending 1, 2, 3, however many times these people would attend, that not only that they wouldn't know, but that somebody would be like, hey, we got some crazy shit upstairs or downstairs or wherever. Do you want to join? You know? So it's the thing with the celebrities is just crazy. It's just crazy. Man, it is really just crazy, huh?
How quickly his fellow athletes would turn on him because of them. During the build-up to a fight against Joaquin Buckley, Colby Covington made some scathing comments about LeBron. At the time, LeBron James had suddenly stepped down from his team for personal reasons. This seemed to come out of nowhere. He was also taking a break from social media at the same time. It might have been a coincidence, especially since LeBron was nursing a foot injury, but other people didn't think so. Any other time, people would never have blinked an eye at this. He's at the top of his game, maybe he just needs a break. However, LeBron's break began shortly after a clip of the livestream with him and Diddy started making the rounds, and the whole thing just seemed too fishy, and Covington held no punches. During the press conference, the UFC fighter deemed James as a scumbag for his past comments and starts on certain political issues, and then he went on to voice his confusion about why people thought of him as a role model, and finished by telling the NBA player that he hoped he got locked up in the same cell as Diddy. It was a...
You see, this, what was it, UFC guy? UFC guy is getting pissed off. Covington? Gets pissed off because LeBron James says ain't no party like a P. Diddy party. But it's innocent until proven guilty. Now, did LeBron James just just make himself guilty by speaking those words? Maybe. He could have. I don't know. I don't have the info. But this UFC guy is pissed at him for that comment. Yeah, you should be. But also, where, is innocent until proven guilty? Really, it really is. Now, I'm not trying to, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to vouch for LeBron James. If he did something to kids, to whatever, if he enjoyed himself more than he should have in the wrong way, I'm not just talking about getting just drunk out of his mind, I'm talking about extracurricular activities at the P. Diddy parties, that motherfucker deserves to be in jail for a very long time. And I don't see that happening because, when it comes to celebrities and going to jail, especially when you have that kind of money, like a LeBron James kind of money, it's different. But still, if he did what people think he did, he deserves everything negative that comes his way. Really, he does, and so does everyone else. And there's so many celebrities saying that they're moving out of the United States because you're fucking guilty. You're a fucking scumbag. I think Ellen DeGeneres was one of these people. You're fucking guilty. Leonardo DiCaprio, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's one of these people. But who would be surprised when he's known for only dating people that are 20, 21 years old? And then as soon as they reach 22, he's like, get out of here, you're too old. This fucking guy. So it's like, you know, it really it's showing what Hollywood is about. Now, I'm not saying that every Hollywood celebrity, not every actor, not every singer. That's just not true. That is absolutely not true. But because there's so many people that are involved, it gives the whole, what would you say, the whole Hollywood scene, the whole acting genre and musician people, it really does put a light into, other than money, what are they doing with their money, or what are they doing with the power that they get? Because a lot of them billionaires, they're not going to spend that kind of money. They could lose it. I'm sure you could. Anybody could lose $1 billion. Invest it into the stock market, you'd lose that bitch quick. But you know, it just really it really does paint a light on what's going on in the world, you know. Because especially when you have actors doing Disney movies, you don't think anything bad. You're like a Disney star. Or you're doing loving movies like P.S. I Love You or whatever the fucking movie is. But then you come to find out that that person's a fucking rapist, child molester. Crazy. What the hell? What the absolute hell?
A very intense speech. Full Send MMA followed it with an interview a few days later. During the interview, Covington commented on how odd James's radio silence was and demanded to know where he'd actually gone.
I tell you guys the other day at Media Day, now all of a sudden he's went radio silent. He's taking an indefinite leave and he's nowhere to be found. So where'd you go, LeBron? Why'd you leave? You have something to hide?
And he's not the only celebrity who's called out LeBron James for the livestream comments. Sean Strickland also shared his thoughts on the matter on air.
We can help you find top credit cards with criteria you actually care about.
Nice.
Where he would deem LeBron James as spineless, mocking him for ever attending Diddy's parties, closing off with an also unflattering comment about LeBron James's role in those parties. Other people have tried to defend LeBron James or insisted that people wait until the law has decided on the matter, but speculations are impossible to stop. And while nothing has been confirmed, LeBron James's lack of response to the accusations really hasn't helped his case, and the fact that he suddenly left the spotlight raises people's suspicions even more, as most people felt that this break came way too soon straight after the Diddy allegations to be a coincidence. As what other reason would he have to avoid social media than bad press? But for now, people are erring on the side of caution. But LeBron definitely isn't the only celebrity catching strays from Diddy's case, as Jay-Z has also felt the consequences of his choice of friends when he received his own bout of accusations. In October, amid the numerous allegations against Diddy, one stood out amongst the rest, a young girl who was sexually assaulted by a trio of celebrities. The initial suit only listed Diddy, referring to the other two perpetrators as Celebrity A male and Celebrity B female. However, after an attempt to keep things anonymous, the defendant amended the suit. On the 8th of December, Jay-Z was the first celebrity linked to Diddy's alleged illegal activities. According to the allegations filed, the now 37-year-old Jane Doe was determined to get into the VMAs in 2000. It was on her bucket list, and while she didn't have a ticket, she was sure she'd find another way to get in. So a friend dropped her off at a Radio City music hall, where the VMAs were being hosted, and she began her search. While there were no celebrities around to talk to, she could ask their limo drivers about getting in. One of those drivers claimed to work for Diddy. He couldn't get her into the awards, but he did invite her to an after party. According to the allegation, he said that the rapper liked younger girls, and she fit what he was looking for. He explained that he needed to drop Diddy and others off first, but if she could meet him after the VMAs, he could get her to the after party. Being young and naive to the dangers of the invitation, the young girl agreed, and after a 20-minute drive, she arrived at a White House with a U-shaped driveway. A lot of people ask me how to bring their ideas to life and create videos that feel seamless, professional, and exciting to share. With Video AI, you can create full-length videos by typing in your idea. For example, type a prompt like, make a 30-second video capturing the essence of New York City through diverse, lifelike portraits, and maintain editing, animating, and other production costs. So make sure to click the link below and use my code MOON50 to get twice the number of AI minutes in your first month. Apparently upon entering, 2 men asked her to sign what she now believed was an NDA. She was then met by a sight that would have shocked any 13-year-old. Inside was a party resembling the movie Eyes Wide Shut, a huge party of celebrities, some of which she recognized and tried to mingle with. Allegedly, all of them were drinking and participating in widespread drug use. Waitstaff circled the crowd while loud music boomed through the room. While attempting to socialize, the young girl took one of the offered drinks. It was reddish yellow and tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. After a few sips, she felt lightheaded and went looking for a place to lie down, and that bitter taste could have been GHB, a party drug known for causing drowsiness, and often used to spike people. According to the allegation, it's believed that Diddy or his employees at his instruction were adding the drug to the guests' drinks. She found a room that was empty of everything besides a large bed and planned to rest there for a while, but unfortunately things quickly went from bad to worse when the accused trio of celebrities stumbled into the room. According to her allegation, Diddy had a crazed look in his eyes. He approached her aggressively, claimed that she was ready to party and threw her towards a wall. While she was able to get up again, Diddy grabbed her once more and threw her onto the bed. At that point she was getting more and more disorientated, which the trio took advantage of. Allegedly, celebrity A removed her clothes and raped her while Diddy and the female celebrity watched. Once finished, he stepped back against a wall and Diddy took his place and the 2 others still watching. When the rapper knocked her down intending to continue, the young girl started to fight back, and after a bit of a struggle she landed a punch to Diddy's neck that caused him to stop. She stood up, grabbed her clothes and shoes and ran out of the room, her dress covering her like a towel. Not entirely free, she then ran around the house until she found the front door. Once outside, she redressed and ran towards a nearby gas station. Fortunately for the young girl, a female clerk saw that she was in distress and allowed her to use the phone. She called her dad, admitted she had lied about where she was, and was soon picked up. After the alleged incident, the young girl fell into a deep depression. Apparently she now suffers from PTSD and a seizure disorder caused by the stress and trauma. You can only imagine how traumatizing this would be. She also claims to have difficulty with relationships and functioning in society. Following all of this, both men were very quick to deny these allegations. Diddy's lawyers deemed the suit a shameless publicity stunt to get money out of him. The rapper's issue was that he already had a checkered past outside of his friendship with Diddy. He was friends with predators like R. Kelly even after it came out that he married a minor and was often rumored to be dating minors himself. However, the dodgiest thing about him is his relationship with Beyonce. During a 2000 interview with 17, Beyonce explained that she'd be in no rush to get married once she started dating the rapper. In fact, she'd sworn off getting married until she turned 25. The logic behind the decision was quite sound, as she told 17, "I really don't believe that you will love the same thing when you're 20 as you do at 30. She wanted to discover who she was before sharing it with the man she planned to spend the rest of her life with. However, as sweet as that sentiment is, Beyonce was still dating Jay-Z throughout the 8 years before they got married. It's possible that she looked to him for guidance as she learned to navigate the music industry and certain aspects of adult life. But this doesn't seem very good for several reasons. Firstly, because of how long they've been together. Jay-Z set his wife's standard for what to expect from a partner. This means that even in situations where another woman might have left, such as her partner cheating on her multiple times, Beyonce stayed because it was the kind of behavior she'd come to expect. This also implies that the rapper could shape her into the woman he wanted, something she confirmed during a speech she made before they were married.
You taught me so many things. I was 20 years old when we first started dating. You taught me how to be a woman. You taught me how to be leaders. You taught me how to be a friend. You've given me so much in life.
Many seem to think that Jay-Z had successfully molded her into something for him. She wasn't her own woman, but rather a product of his fantasy.
There's a word for that. Predators do that with children. They don't just jump on a child and try to convince them to sleep with them. They'll it's called grooming. Jay-Z straight up groomed Beyonce. That's what it is. He started off when she was young, and then he made her think that he's this great guy, he's gonna do everything for her, making her fall head over heels for him. On top of that, then because she relies so much on him for his advice, his wisdom, whatever you name it, then he can start doing more and more and pushing his boundaries more and more. That's why he can cheat on her without her leaving. And it sounds like he just groomed her like a pedophile would groom a child. That's what it sounds like. Now, I would not be surprised if he was the second guy, like P. Diddy said. Honestly, if Beyonce was even the third lady, part of those three, because she's so groomed. I wouldn't be surprised if it was her, if she was the third person.
And one that he wasn't willing to share no matter the other person's intentions. Which brings us to the third and final point about Jay-Z, his alleged possessiveness. There have been several situations where Beyonce wasn't allowed to perform directly with any male artist besides Jay-Z. This makes collaboration between artists difficult, something that Sean Paul and Bun B experienced firsthand. After working on Baby Boy with Beyonce in 2003, Sean Paul only ever performed it with her 3 times. While Paul denied that Jay-Z had anything to do with this, many believed otherwise. There were just too many odd situations surrounding their few performances, such as when his mic cut off in 2003. The Jamaican artist eventually revealed that Jay-Z was never comfortable with his wife being around him. His interference in Bun B's collaboration with his wife on Check On It was slightly more direct. During an interview, Bun B revealed that Jay-Z called...
Isn't that, how hypocritical is that, huh? This motherfucker Jay-Z would cheat on his wife, not a problem, with everybody and their mother, but you then have your wife performing, doing her job, that's her job, performing with people who are on her record who are singing with her, and you have a problem with just your wife performing with somebody. She's not sleeping with them or making out with them. She's not cheating on you. That's some hypocritical, that's a narcissist and a fucking half. That's what that is.
And instructed all the men to leave the set during the video shoot. After so many years of dodginess, his denial just felt long-winded and almost manipulative, especially his comments about the heartbreak he felt for his family, and the declaration that he was being blackmailed felt like a reach to many people. Things got even worse for the rapper when Busby revealed that what Jay-Z called extortion was just standard practice. According to the lawyer, Jane Doe had only been seeking mediation. Contrary to the rapper's statement,
at Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot.
She'd never demanded a penny from him. In turn, they were bullied, harassed, and even sued. And it wasn't just Busby who was first being harassed either. According to an Instagram post, Jay-Z's team is harassing his children, colleagues, and employees. Furthermore, they are trying to dig up dirt on Busby and get former clients to sue him. And when they can't find the dirt they want, they're making up something new and telling it to anyone who will listen. In a last-ditch effort to make things go his way, the rapper...
Now, I am very much on the side of innocent until proven guilty. Not like how some people try to do it these days where it's innocent or guilty until proven innocent. That's not how it works, okay? Innocent until proven guilty. Now, Diddy, I think he is no longer innocent. I don't think he can squirm or do anything to get himself out of the fuckery he put himself in. But Jay-Z and the other people, until they have some hard evidence. Now, Diddy can just say, yes, it was Jay-Z, it was Taylor Swift, it was fucking Gandhi. They were all at my parties and they did X, Y, and Z. Yes, you can say whoever it is. Until you have some sort of evidence, it really, your words don't mean shit. Because, first of all, right now, even if he is telling the truth, people don't really believe in him because of the bullshit lies he's clearly has told his whole life. The only reason LeBron James is in such hot water is because he ratted himself out. Ain't no party like a P. Diddy party. So, innocent to proven guilty, LeBron James kind of just made himself guilty. That's what it looks like. You know, when it comes to Jay-Z, Beyonce, I don't know. Diddy's saying their names. Are they actually? Maybe. Is P. Diddy just trying to throw people under the bus to try to help himself? I wouldn't doubt it. He looks like a scumbag. He acts like a scumbag. Then why wouldn't then he's clearly a scumbag, right? So
filed a motion to dismiss the case, When doing so, he also revealed that he was the one who had sued Busby's firm for extortion, proving some of the lawyer's previous claims. Jay-Z seems to have convinced himself that Jane Doe is a pseudonym Busby is using to extort him for money. As such, part of his suit includes the public disclosure of Jane Doe's identity. Most people completely dismissed him, believing he was nothing more than a celebrity desperate not to pay their dues. However, something happened recently that might have changed the situation drastically, as some of the information his accuser gave was inaccurate. According to the initial report, Jane Doe had spoken to Benji Madden. However, Madden revealed that he wasn't in New York at the time of the incident. Furthermore, Diddy and Jay-Z were photographed at a nightclub that evening. While the photos don't account for the whole evening, they invite some doubt into the accuser's claims. However, the most damning bit of evidence against Jane Doe's story is that her father doesn't remember being called to pick her up. This would have been an extremely traumatic experience, especially for someone so young.
The dad doesn't recall being called? If my daughter was at a party, any party, making it a celebrity party just makes it so much more like, of course you're gonna remember it. But let's just say you're at any party. If my daughter was at a party, she told me she felt dizzy, and then the next thing she knew, somebody was raping her, I will remember what day and time that she fucking called me, and from that day I would do anything to get justice. If that's, you know, if the dad hasn't done anything and he says he doesn't even recall, did it happen? You see, innocent till proven guilty, you know. Let's maybe something's gonna happen. I'm invested.
Any normal father would probably end up in jail after learning that their child had been raped. So either Doe had a father who didn't care what happened to her, or her story wasn't entirely true. Now, these inconsistencies don't mean her claims are necessarily false. However, people are much more willing to hear the rapper out now, and it does seem like the case is turning in his favor. Diddy's A-list of friends are undoubtedly being hit the worst during this time. However, they're not the only ones facing accusations. Even celebrities like Cuba Gooding Jr., who were never close with Diddy, are being drawn into the destructive orbit in his case. Gooding was once an incredibly successful actor who could claim ownership of an Oscar. However, controversy soon found him too. In 2022, Cuba pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor charge after forcibly kissing an employee of a nightclub in New York in 2018. He also admitted to 2 other incidences of non-consensual contact. He went to counseling for his issues, and for a few years, the controversy stopped. Cuba started trying to make a comeback after what seemed like a solid course correct. However, controversies continued to follow him, and in early 2024, he was hit with even more allegations. According to these allegations, Cuba was back to his old ways. His victim, a music producer named Rodney Jones. The same Rodney Jones who filed a lawsuit against Diddy in February. Now, Gooding never interacted with Diddy publicly. However, it seems the two did know each other well enough for Gooding to show his face on one of his yachts. According to
So it was a guy, he's Diddy and Gooding, that they assaulted the guy. Is that what I'm listening to right now?
Jones, the rapper, left him alone with Gooding while aboard one of his yachts in 2023. The actor allegedly took advantage of the situation and groped Jones until the producer pushed him away. People were already wary of Cuba because of his past, but his response to the allegations put a sour taste in many people's mouths, as he laughed when asked about the accusation and declared it the most ridiculous thing ever.
Statement, though. Like your name, for example, was mentioned in the Diddy case.
Which was the most ridiculous thing ever.
Because you barely know
This is the
right?
most ridiculous thing ever.
Most people saw his words as a heartless dismissal. To them, it almost seemed like he didn't fully understand the weight of the situation, especially when looking at all of Diddy's actions and history. That, or he just didn't care. Some felt he was also hiding behind his faith to make it appear like he turned a new leaf. But unfortunately, there are way too many examples of celebrities, especially this high up, who are joining these horrific freak-off parties that hide behind their religious faith for sympathy or to rebrand. To them, he wasn't being genuine, just playing a part for another crack at fame and glory, and to distance himself from Diddy as a whole. And while nothing has been proven, people will remain wary of him. But as the Diddy case continues to expose more and more celebrities, it'll be interesting to see how it further alters people's perceptions and values of them. And as we see more and more of what's actually happening in these parties and who were involved, 2025 will be an interesting year to say the least.
Hollywood is fucked. 2025 is definitely going to be interesting because Donald Trump did say he's going to release, the names or the list of the Epstein client, the client Epstein list for the airplane, the people who took his plane to his island, as well as the list of celebrities that attended Diddy's party. Now, that's good and bad. Okay, it's good because it'll expose people who did not want to be exposed, which is great. It could also give justice to where it has been lacking, and get people that have been in these situations, unfortunately, like the women or men who are actually sexually abused, give them, justice for, getting those people arrested or whatever. But the one thing that I can see, I guess there's a couple things, but the one thing that I can see that could be an actual issue is if celebrities, or it could just be a rich person, because there's not going to be broke people. My ass isn't going to be on the Epstein flight list. I can guarantee you that. I am way too broke for him to even well, he's suicide. He's dead now. But or the same thing with the Diddy party. I would have never been invited to one of those things. Okay. But let's just say I was invited to those things. I didn't attend any freaky stuff. I was just there. And I left before the lights turned off, if you know what I mean. And what if I was invited onto Epstein's flight? We did land in his island, but I wasn't involved in any child. I didn't see a child. I didn't do anything. But what I did is I went there, we drank, we had a great time, and then we flew back off. We went to France. I don't know what rich people do. But I'm just thinking, you would receive the names of everybody. Now, how many of the people on those lists are actually innocent? A lot? Just a handful? None of them? How would you know? How would you know? It's very interesting. Very interesting what's going to happen. But I've been dragging this for too long. But as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like the video. Hit subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Plus, I like seeing number go up. It makes me feel good inside. So, as always, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Stay safe out there. And as always, I'll see you all in another video.